Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, this man. A first-round pick out of Kentucky in 1996 after leading the Wildcats to an NCAA title. Played for the Celtics, the Mavs, the Hawks. Averaged above 20 points a game.
Yeah.
More importantly, played 82 games a season like a real man.
Yeah, that's right.
And also as impressive is top 20 all-time in career technical fouls. So hats off to him for that. Of course, in 2006, he won a title with Shaq and D. Wade on that legendary Miami Heat team.
Great
team. Did
team.
it the right way instead of taking the easy way out like LeBron. Anyway, Antoine Walker, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Mr. Walker.
Man, thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
You know, Antoine, you were what they called an enforcer. You know, we don't have that anymore. You know, you handled your business on the court. So let's talk about this Draymond suspension. When you came into the league, you know, they let a lot more slide, right? You know, you were allowed to bring a man within an inch of his life, and you'd maybe get a flagrant one at most, right?
Yeah,
you know,
barely.
When you see Draymond getting suspended for merely stepping on someone, isn't that insulting to you and your generation of players who tried to make the game more violent?
Well, I think it's different now, and I think it just kind of emphasizes that even more. I think the league has to take into consideration that this is the playoffs. Guys are going to play hard. It's going to be physical play, and everything doesn't have to be a suspension of the game.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong with giving them a fine and moving on from that? You find a guy a stiff number, he'll remember that. You know, you find a guy $50K, $100K, or something like that for some action like that, they will react a lot better. But I just hate to see that because you want to see a good series. You hate to see a guy miss a game, and it just kind of takes away from the competition and saying, you know, which team is going to be better because that series could really go 7 games.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you something. When you watch the game these days, do you feel like crying at what you'll see because it's so soft? Do you long for the days when, you know, players would routinely get hospitalized, you know, permanently injured in fights?
Like the old school Knicks. Yeah, those teams, the old school Celtics. Yeah.
I do think the game is soft. I wasn't one of those guys. I mean, I've had some altercations and things of that nature, but
you should be proud
it is
of
soft. I think they take away from. I know they want a more free-flowing league, and you know, you think you want to do more things for the fans. I think that's what the fans want to see. But I think fans like to see tough competition. Obviously, they're not coming to a boxing match, but I think they like to see guys go at it in tough competition. And the league didn't want that. The league wanted to get more scoring. I remember when the games were played in the 80s and 90s. And, you know, it was really physical. But now, you know, the games, they want the games in the 110, 120, 115 range. So that's why you see the play and they take away the physical aspect of the game.
Yeah. And, you know, what was your favorite fight, altercation that you were involved in? Take us back down memory lane.
I don't have a favorite, but I did have a playoff situation with Indiana. Me and Jermaine O'Neal got into a situation.
Of course.
We got into it a little bit, and I end up getting the bad end of it. I end up getting suspended and missing a game, and that hurt us. So that was my big.
Tell everyone why you got suspended, because that was actually unfair. Go ahead.
Yeah, we were very upset when that happened.
Oh, I got suspended because of they say I moved the referee out the way.
No, they said you hit the ref.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
But that he's on the court. Shouldn't he be part of the action?
He was in the way.
Isn't it fair game?
Yeah.
You would think so, yeah, but they said I touched the ref, and that was the reason why they suspended me. So it was unfortunate. I lost a lot of money too. That was a big check I lost because that was a game and it was a playoff game.
But isn't it true? Didn't I hear that when that happened, you actually went to the league office and like body slammed someone there?
Yeah,
just to,
smack him around a little bit.
No, but you try to plead your case. I think at the time when I came out, if I'm not mistaken, it was Stu Jackson. I don't know if you guys remember Stu Jackson. He was the disciplinarian. He was the head guy. So you know, I tried to have a talk with him, but I think he held grudges. When he was the head coach at the University of Wisconsin, he recruited me, and I ain't go there. So I think that's probably why
he had it out for you.
See,
he probably had it out for me.
But that's actually a perfect segue for something we wanted to bring up with you about your former head coach, a great man, Rick Pitino, and getting hired at St. John's.
Right. You chose to go to Kentucky and play for Rick Pitino, who's just a great shining beacon in college basketball. But, people are saying, and I can't figure this out, they're saying he's too old, or, he committed too many violations, or he's been the subject of too many FBI investigations, had too many sexual experiences in Italian restaurants,
Who cares?
Don't you think all that experience, though, is valuable for a coach?
You guys are crazy. No.
Serious question, bro.
No, serious. No. But listen, Coach P's, let's just say this. He's a great coach. He's going to do a terrific job. And he's gonna take that program back to where it was back in the day. I truly believe that he still has a passion and love for the game. That's second to none. But the situations, we all make mistakes in life. I think sometimes people seem to forget that everybody's not perfect. And Coach made a couple.
Well, let me ask you something. When you were at Kentucky, who was the opponent you prepared for most, that Pitino had you prepared for? Was it, Kansas, North Carolina, or was it the FBI? Was he training you, in case the FBI came and asked you questions?
No, it was all training to go against other schools. It was all good. No, but I would just say this, though, to speak on Coach Pitino's half. He's a great coach, a great motivator. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I played for him. He's been such a great and positive influence in my life. But, he's a tough cookie. He's had some situations. I was actually down there with him when he went through his trials and tribulations as well, and just to see how he handled it. Because I was in the process of trying to get back into the league. So I went down there and trained with him and stayed with Coach for a couple months. So,
okay, did you take lie detector tests? Was that part of the training? Lie detector tests, speak to a lawyer.
You know what?
Collect money for bribes.
You know what was crazy?
Oh, sorry.
What was crazy? I was scared. I was scared to get involved. I mean, not scared, but I just
we're scared of him too.
No, I just didn't want to get involved and get into that. I was trying to keep the negative aspect of things just out the way. But Coach has been great, nothing but great to me. I have nothing but great things to say about him. And obviously,
he's clearly wearing a wire. Someone's listening.
He is. Here. He's in on it.
We've been remiss here. We're having you on the show. There's a lot of choices out there for NBA MVP. Who is your pick?
Wow. That's a tough one because I think it's a balanced year.
What? It's a tough one?
Yeah.
It's a tough one? Okay, explain why. What, you can't do math?
No, I like Embiid.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is getting good here.
There we go. All right, you walked your way through it. Go ahead. Yeah, Antoine Walker walking his way.
I think Embiid has earned the right to. I think he's earned it. He's had consecutive, really, really good seasons. He's really carried that team. When you really look at Philly, James Harden is not the same James Harden, even though he was great as far as passing. He's not the same James Harden.
He's better. He's got that veteran experience now.
I just think this is the year for Embiid. I think he deserves one.
Right. All right. But so you got the Sixers winning the title?
You got that question correct. Now,
do I got the Sixers what?
Who is your title pick? The Sixers, obviously, based on that?
No, they're not my title pick.
Oh.
No. Listen, you guys know I'm not picking Philly. I'm gonna pick Boston before I pick Philly. I'm a Boston guy. I think it's wide open. I think this year is going to be a fun year.
You know what should be wide open?
The door.
That car you're in.
Yeah.
And that door you're in. Because if I was in the car with you, I'd throw you off of it.
Yep.
Get out of here.
You're off the show.
You're walking off the show.
You're off the show.
I hope that building behind you falls on you.
Get out of here.
I'm a Celtic, guys. I'm a Celtic now.
Oh, get out of here, Jay.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
This is why I don't like having these older guys on the show, because they have no idea what's going on in the game of basketball.
If he was in the studio, he would need a walker just to get out of here when we were done with him.
No, good one there, Tony. Very good.
Thank you.
All right.